Coming up.
He killed the goldfish. I'm crying.
I'd love to know like what the chat was like.
Maybe that is the kind of guy that you should get who sits at home and knits because
tea.
He's not going to be cheating on you, is he?
No. I think I'd have to just cut that off. That's just dead it now. Ali and G. Hello, girlies!
Yes.
Thanks for having us. Welcome back to Your DMs Answered, where we go through some of the dilemmas that you've sent us and answer in the best way we can.
So last week we were talking about generational differences, dating older, dating younger, and of course you've all been sliding into our DMs. So, shall I kick off this week?
Go for it.
Yeah? All right, I've got quite a long one here for you. It's a bit of a story, but let's get into it. So I was texting this older guy. He had kids, which I didn't mind, and his banter was just incredible. He was making me absolutely howl. It was just his sarcasm and the random nature of his messages, such as work Alan getting fired. I didn't know who Alan was, but just found the fact that he told me random facts in the day along with the laughing emoji just really made me chuckle. Fair. There was something about his bluntness at the time I just found fascinating, and I just love some banter and a bit of dark humour. One text he sent me said, "I've killed Penny the goldfish."
Oh no.
Feel absolutely terrible. Laughing emoji face. I responded, dead emoji times 5. He responds, laughing emoji. I was telling him he was a comedian and he would just ignore it and respond with things like dinner where. Anyway, he booked dinner and I got an email reservation from him confirming the restaurant and time. Absolutely brilliant. What an organised man, and it just amused me.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I thought he's older, so maybe he's just better at these things. I turn up to the date and I'm thinking this is going to be wild, a barrel of laughs. I walked into the bar where we agreed to meet and he sat there looking slightly awkward and a bit nervous. I said hi, but he seemed so nervous that I wondered if it was the same guy. It looked like him in his pics, but just wasn't expecting this vibe. As we got a drink, he proceeded to tell me about how bad his week had been, and then eventually shed a bit of a tear. All along, he'd been sending these texts when I thought he was joking, but he'd actually been deadly serious. He'd been sending the laughing emoji, thinking it was the crying emoji. And I'd just been massively taking the piss out of him. I didn't think he was in a position to joke about it. I consoled him, but then after I felt bad. Should I explain that he's using the wrong emoji or just leave it?
Oh, wow. This is definitely when it becomes a generational issue.
That's so funny. I'm so sorry. That's totally giving me the giggles. The poor guys.
The poor guy's having an absolute show of a time, and she's just over here having a great time, thinking he's even calling him a comedian.
He killed the goldfish. I'm crying. Sorry.
Well, she's also like, you're a comedian. He's probably thinking, what?
I'm actually.
But why hasn't he replied and been like, what do you mean?
He just didn't get it.
So what, he just thinks she's like, yeah, you're hilarious. What? Like,
sorry, this really, really, really tickled me, this one. So you all the time to me will be like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Because it means you're laughing so much.
And I send like the dead skull.
Because I'm so funny.
Because you're so hilarious.
No, but it is like, I'm dead because I'm laughing so much. And this...
Yeah, but she's sending dead as in that, but he's thinking it's dead as in the fish is dead.
Penny the goldfish. Sorry, I'm rereading. I'm dead emoji times 5. Laughing emoji times 5. It's actually so funny.
I'm just so baffled that he didn't bring it up.
Work Alan getting fired. She thought that he was just being funny, and this guy
is
is
actually just having an absolute nightmare.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, wait a minute. Let's solve this problem.
What's the advice? I don't know what I think she should just not send any more emojis to this geezer.
Yeah, I think you just tap out, to be honest, babe. I think there are 2 options. You don't speak to him again. You just tap out. It's not going to work because he's not the funny guy that you thought he was. Or you can be a really freaking good person and send him a lengthy message explaining the situation and be like, nowadays,
I don't know about that.
We use this emoji as like it, when we're laughing, you know what I mean? Like give him a bit of lowdown.
Yeah, but then like that's such an ick, isn't it? That you've had to do that because you're not going to want to speak to him again.
I know, but you're still not going to speak to him again. But you're at least passing on some wisdom to this poor sod.
Okay, so again, around the whole generational thing and how everybody in different generations dates differently. I was asked to a house party by a guy I was dating. He was a little younger than me, but he was earning good money and he lived in a really nice part of central London. So I thought, amazing, this will be such a fun, nice place to go, bond with him, meet his friends in a swanky flat, get a little drunk and just see where the night takes us. I also hadn't been to a house party for so long and I was ready to let my hair down and have a good time. I was thinking of an outfit and chose a cute leather skirt with some biker boots and just paired it with a graphic tee, a jacket, just for more casual vibes, but also thinking if we ended up out at a bar, I would look kind of dressy. I turn up and I didn't hear much noise from upstairs. I could only see one light on behind the curtains, but I buzzed in and went up the communal stairs to the gorgeous Victorian townhouse. He was on the second floor. Walked in and his flatmates were all sat around on the sofa in their joggers. One was knitting. There were 5 cats and the beverage of choice was a tea. I was absolutely at a loss. I didn't even know what to do. Is this what people call house parties? I was expecting music, vibes, drinks flowing. Did the younger generation even know what a good house party is? Or is this what it is these days? Should I see him again? Is it worth dating younger guys if this is what they define as a house party?
Wow, times have changed.
Right.
Hasn't it?
I mean, that's just like, that's not a house party.
Like house parties that I used to go to are debaucherous.
Like
they don't finish ever.
Absolute riots.
That's really boring. Also knitting. All right, Tom Daly.
House party to me is a riot.
Yeah. I mean, it depends what you want. I mean, maybe this is also where we're going wrong though, babe. We're dating the guys who stay out at the house party all night. Do you know what I mean? I mean, maybe that is the kind of guy that you should get who sits at home and knits because he's not going to be cheating on you, is he?
No.
Yeah.
I'd love to know like what the chat was like.
Well, I'm going to guess that it was
I would love to know, what did you sit and talk about with his mates and the cats? I mean, the cats for me, I'd have had to have gone. I'm not a cat person.
Anyone who's got 5 cats in their house, but also when you're like young, like you're not. No,
it's making me think it smells.
Yeah, that. Well, boys in their joggers.
Ew.
Yeah, it's gonna be stinky. I wouldn't write the young guys off completely, but yeah, that's not what a house party should be like.
No.
Yeah, it's
like
boring.
Your young boys. Why are you not like tops off, swinging off the chandeliers?
Literally, that's what happens. Like at the house,
shots off the body,
body shots, tops off, standing on the chairs, singing, shouting, normal.
Still to come.
We sat down in the pub and he asked if I liked his t-shirt.
Oh no. People think I'm 26.
All right, Alex.
I love it. It's called Botox. Ali and G ask us some questions.
Can I hear your list? Like what's like top 5 things you need in that person that you're meeting?
I can list off all the things I don't want easily.
Right, have you got another one for me?
Yes. I went on a date with a much younger guy, but I thought he looked cute. So I thought, why not? I'm late 30s, he's late 20s. Let's give it a go.
Okay.
I turned up and he was quite timid and shy, so I offered to pay for his drink. We sat down in the pub and he asked if I liked his t-shirt.
Oh no.
I thought that was a bit weird. After some chat, I found out he still lived with his mum.
No. It's getting worse.
I feel bad, but I had a bit of a Nick moment. No.
Yeah, I'm getting an ick moment too.
He was super cute, but I don't know what to suggest if we went on another date. Do you think he was just nervous? Should I give it another shot? Oh dear. This is so me when I was like 28.
What?
She's late 30s and he's late 20s, but what she's saying here is what I would have said in my late 20s. I'd be like, oh no. Listen, I think you were obviously very sweet and kind.
Yeah.
But
don't be sweet and kind again.
Yeah. It doesn't get you anywhere, babes. I think it's nice to be nice, but there was literally 3 strikes in that story, wasn't there?
Yeah. Can you remember I said to you, I was talking to someone recently and then they were like, oh yeah, I still live at home. And they're like 37.
The thing is, during lockdown or like after lockdown, when people had been furloughed or whatever, or had no money because they're self-employed, like a lot of people went back to living with mum and dad. I mean, I went back for 3 months and stayed with mum and dad in Scotland. Like, I think loads of people did that and that's totally fine. But COVID was a long time ago. Do you know what I mean? Like there's
just no excuse really.
So, okay, in answer to this, do you think he was just nervous and should I give it another shot? No.
No.
Hard
no more
no.
shots. Sorry.
Well, no. We'd be better. We expect better for ourselves and more for ourselves. No. I'm really enjoying the generational difference ones. Like these are fun. I like them. Have you got another one?
Yep, I have. Went on a date with someone in their 40s. I'm in my 30s. I arrived and he looked a little bit different than I was expecting. Bit older. It was a dark pub though, so I couldn't really see. We got on really well and were into similar things. We had a cheeky snog and I plucked up the courage to ask his age. Turns out he said he was 48 in his profile, but he was actually 52.
So bad.
Not a huge difference, but it made me feel a bit weird. He also said on his profile he had no kids, but he has 2. But he said he was worried about people judging him and apologised for not telling the truth to begin with. I did see him one more time as we got on, but now I'm not sure if that lying vibe has put me off. I feel bad. What do I do if someone has lied about their age? Should I see that as someone not being truthful from the start or what? I don't actually mind about the kids, just how do I broach the lying situation? That's the issue here, right? What should I do?
I'd say absolutely chop him because he's probably still married. He's like, you're not even, that's the thing. Like if you're lying about your age and then you're lying about having children, he's probably still married. 100% actually, I'd put money on it.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that.
Obviously.
But yeah,
like,
he is, isn't
if you either a liar
Yeah, the
or
prick's
you're not
married.
and you've got excuses and whatever, it's all, yeah.
I just think
Chop
like the
him.
lying about the kids, because I've actually like seen that before where they've like lied about it and then been like, oh, but like it's just because I didn't want people to judge.
Yeah,
Like, I
but
just think that's so pathetic.
It is. And it's also like, if you've got children, that is just who you are and that's your
Yeah,
life.
it's
And actually women are
100%.
lovers and we're compassionate and the right person won't mind. But it's the fact that you've double bagged the lie.
Yeah, 2 lies
yeah.
there, eh?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I honestly would put money on him still being married. I'd think you chop that one. We don't do that. Although I have been tempted to start doing it myself. Only because like, I don't think I am 37. Like I don't feel it.
Yeah, but
I don't really want to tell anybody I am because it's just like
See,
it's
this
too near
is the
40.
issue with the dating apps. You have to say the truth on your age, and that's what I just don't want to do that.
The only
And
good
I don't
thing.
need to do that.
Yeah.
People think I'm 26.
All right, Alex.
I love it. It's called Botox.
I get it too. I don't.
Yeah, but
do
you
know
don't
what?
look 37.
I used to get that, and then it stopped about that lasts till you're 35, and then suddenly it stops. People are like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're 35. I thought you were 28," and now no one questions it suddenly, and I'm like,
hello, ask me my age. Yeah, she should stop. Yeah, no, that's a big fat no. He's just a walking red flag.
"Yeah, no."
Lying about kids, lying about, yeah, no.
You're either
lying
a
about your
liar
age.
or you're not, right? And if you can lie about more, a few things.
I just think, imagine what he meets like so many people off a dating site, and he's going to have to say this every single time. Oh, by the
It's
way, I do
boring.
actually have kids. By the way, just say you have them.
Yeah.
It's really not a big deal.
It's not. It's really not. Well, we know that it's not a problem with me because I'm dating someone who's got loads of them.
Same.
Today is a very special episode because Alex and I have our very first guests on the podcast.
Professional yappers just like us. We have Ali McIntosh and G Forsyth 3, known as Ali and G. Hello, girlies!
Thanks for having us.
Guess
What a
we're your
treat.
first guest.
You
it's
are.
very exciting, isn't it?
Popping the cherry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're a good time.
I would love to know that when you go on a date, where is the date location? Like, where do you guys tend to take you on dates? Because I have a feeling it is the complete opposite to where I would go.
Yeah, why? Where do you date?
I don't know, but it's definitely, I haven't been taken
I
to
do.
a comedy club.
I know
No.
where you date. You go to for fish and chips. You
Do
go for a
you?
walk along
Do
the beach with the dog.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, so quite wholesome.
Mine's like to the beach.
Okay, that's nice.
I feel like that's how they know how to get me. Is like if it involves the dog,
Oh, then
you
you're
know
fine.
my knickers are gonna come down.
Okay,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah,
well,
see,
normally.
right.
sounds
Yeah,
so
if they're great. I just couldn't. I've tried. Like when they've kind of like suggested those like daytime dates.
Yeah, but I
It's
quite
just-
like that. It's like, right, I'll pick you up, I'll take you to the beach, we'll take the dog, we'll get fish and chips, we'll go in the arcades. That is like the
I mean,
dream.
it's a recipe for falling in love.
Like
for
I grew
sure.
up
It
at
does
the
sound a bit
coast
like a movie.
Yeah,
with arcades.
yeah.
Like I grew up like with caravans, and that's like our life, fish and chip shops. Okay, so like for me, it's like childhood like memes, and I absolutely love going back to that.
It's like nostalgic.
Yeah.
And they
It's
feel
like,
like,
they've really got it there, haven't they?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Big fat tick.
If you were going on a date in London, though, where would you want to go, or where would they take you?
I have been taken to a very different place. I've been taken to the box on a date.
No, you haven't.
The box?
But I can do both. Get a girl that can do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was to go to the box, like that's what I mean. Like when you get one of those crazy dates that ends up like that, that's so fun. But I might have
Yeah.
had to have started somewhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair enough.
losing.
Straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is. I don't know. Nowadays, I really don't know because I just think the only thing I always say to you, I'm like, I just like love initiative. I hate when someone's
Same.
like, what should we do?
Don't
Where
ask me
should
that
we go? I just
question.
think like,
This
I
is
want
the biggest
someone,
problem.
Yeah, it is. I want someone to say, I will pick you up at 7:30, be ready,
Yeah.
like wear this or bring this, and you are there at 7:30 picking me up, I'm ready in what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Even in a relationship, you still want to have dates.
what are you looking for at the moment? Like, what are you dating for? Like, is it just fun? Is it for a relationship?
I think I just want to date to find someone that actually wants to get me.
Yeah.
Because no one, like we're saying, like no one actually ever really just gets me. And I think I've been through so many relationships where it's been really traumatic and it's ended not in a good way. And actually it's just really nice to be around someone who wants to put energy into me, wants to put their time into me, and actually it's just all about me
Yeah.
instead of me making it all about them all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want princess energy and I want to be treated like a princess instead of me having to treat them always like the princess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, sometimes
I can give.
I will do it.
On a good day.
But really, it needs to be more like 90% all about me.
I like that percentage
Yeah.
split.
It is all about me.
Yeah.
It is my world. We're all just living in it. I don't know what to tell you. Wake up.
It is. So, yeah, I think I've done too much of the I'm going to make it all about you. 'Cause
Are
that
you a
ha-
people
that
pleaser?
clearly
You
hasn't
feel
been-
you don't give
No.
that energy.
She's definitely not a people
Why do you do
pleaser.
that in relationships?
I think
What
because I
goes
like to try
wrong?
and fix you.
Fine.
There
so
we
then you're
go.
like, builder.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
No.
No.
Because you can't.
Well, no, you
Try
can't.
as you
no, you
might.
can't. So, you know, I can
Refer them to a
give you.
therapist, but honestly, that's it. Do you
Yeah.
know what I
I
mean?
can give you a
Like,
few pointers and I can maybe do a few things, but ultimately I want it all about me.
Got it.
Got it.
Sorry, Danny. So what are you looking for? Like, is it marriage, the whole works?
Yeah.
Shebang.
Yeah.
You've obviously frozen your ex because you're thinking
Yes.
that maybe that's something that you want.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I can't really waste too much time with the wrong people either. Like I'm quite picky about my dating.
Can I hear your
because-
list? Like, what's like top 5 things you need in that person that you're meeting?
Oh, people usually ask you the things you don't want, not the things you do want.
No, let's go positive.
Oh.
It's too easy. You can't get 5 things you don't want. We'll be here all
Okay,
day.
I'm like, I can list off all the things I don't want
yeah,
easily.
yeah.
The things that I would really like in someone, I would like them to just be, they need to have done some sort of therapy. They need to be emotionally like intelligent. They have to be like into their health and fitness and stuff because I am and I can't be doing with a slob. And what else? Like just, do you know what? It's being with someone that just like chooses you. Like although it's you know, it's not a long-term prospect with the last person that I've kind of been dating. What was really nice was like, it's very much like me, like no eyes for anyone else, says and does all the right things.
I do say
that-
to her every time she says this that is a very non-existent human.
But I'm just
That's an alien.
That chooses
but
No, the ones, all these things.
Things
yeah.
in tandem.
In one
it's
human.
really
It's
frustrating
tough.
when you are that.
Sadly, that's the fact of life.
I know. I honestly think I just like, you know, when I left Monaco, I started looking at houses to rent in the south of France because they just do it differently there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
London is actually the worst place
To date.
to meet
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
and to date. So I've got my US visa. I'm thinking about moving to France. I'm
Oh,
gonna
US
leave the
visa.
country.
Can I tell you about the US? Apparently, people will just come up to you and talk to you in the street.
Oh no, they do. I had a great time.
Yeah, and apparently a lot of people meet that way, like in a coffee shop is for real a thing.
And we
Yeah.
don't really do it
We
here.
don't do that because we're so
Right,
shy.
so let's
Yeah.
book a flight. Unfortunately, you know, you could just come for
I
the
can
lols.
come.
You come for the
we're gonna
lols.
do,
For a
we're gonna
lol.
do
Yeah, you
episode
come for the
15
lols.
to 20 in LA.
Yeah, we have to go on we'll have to go on
I think
over.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and the Cowboys.
Yes, we'll go
Great.
to Texas.
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
I actually think dating hot men is too intimidating. I'm not joking.
Yeah, they can't
I
be too
just could
hot.
not. Like,
Or they at least have to have been ugly as like a teenager because I genuinely think that's the only way to get a personality.
Or like
The-
fat to thin.
No,
Yes.
but that's when they're really,
Essential.
really kind because they're used to they didn't always.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
That's
those, like,
the golden
fit and
ticket.
kind.
Yeah.
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 So if any one of those is out there,
I
feel free to
know.
DM us.
Thanks so much for sliding into our DMs with your dilemmas. We absolutely love hearing them, especially when they're a bit fun.
So thank you for watching, and don't forget to send us any more of your dilemmas or questions that you have via DM. Don't forget to subscribe, like and follow Date Delete Repeat across all social channels, and stay tuned for next week.